Good morning, everybody. My name is Harry Jacobs from North of 60 Gaming, and I'm here to tell you about my top 5 underrated games that in my personal collection. I thought we'd just have a conversation about a few of these underrated games because we miss them sometimes. They don't show up in retail stores, they're Kickstarter exclusives. I think they're good games, but they just somehow sometimes just miss the mainstream of what's going on. So I'm going to go from the bottom up. They are kind of in roughly in the order of which I think they are from 5 to 1. So let's move on. First, The Legends of Novus. Designer Wesley Woodbury, artist Andrea Butra, Fundamental Games, published just last year. It came in a Kickstarter. Number of players of 1 to 5, 45 to 90 minutes. I rated around a heavier filler, lighter medium weight. You can see the map in the background. So basically, this is an adventure game. Each player gets a character, player gets some starting goodies, and you go off and you can see, visit different locations. Each location has its own card in a nice little book, and you will hit the location. It will tell you what to do. You'll have an event there. You will battle a monster. You may find treasure. Anything could happen. You will travel from space to space until the winner is declared and you save Novus. It is a good little game. It is only around 45 to 90 minutes. Solo is shorter. I've played a couple of times and died horribly. But it's a fun little game. One of the things that really attracts this to me is that Wes is a Canadian, and as a fellow Canadian, I think that we need to support them, and that's kind of why it's sitting on my top 5 underrated games. Next, this is one of my fun games. I really love this game, Maximum Apocalypse. Michael Nad is the designer. Gustav Ragmar is the artist. Published by Rock Manor Games. Published in 2018. You can play 1 to 6 players. The game scales. Playtime is 45 to 90 minutes. Again, I'm calling it a heavier filler, lighter medium weight game. Uh, what this game about, again, similar to Legends of Novus, is that you go and visit sites. There's a campaign. There's zombie campaigns. There's a bug campaign. There's a robot campaign. There's an alien campaign. And again, you pick a character, a gunslinger, a fireman, a doctor. You get a deck of cards, and those cards are your life as well as the board in front of you. You can carry 2 guns, things like that. You will explore. What you're trying to do is find the thing that you need to find. In the beginning scenario, you have to go find the scientists. So you go out and you look and you find the scientists. You have to find some gas because you have to fill up your gas. You come back and off you go. This is a nice little game. It is a hand management game as much as it is a somewhat resource management, being your hit points and your food and your guns and your bullets. So it is a fun game to play. I think it's underrated. I'd like to see more love to this. I don't need, know even if it's sold in retail stores. I think I've seen it in retail stores. Certainly, there is a big box to this. It is a fun game. Let's look at the next one. Pandemic, Reign of Cthulhu. In fact, I think, in my personal opinion, this is the best of the Pandemic series. The designers Matt Leacock and Chuck Yeager. A number of artists, Fred Jordan, Arthur Kanani, Paul Kaluka, Chris Williams. Published by Z-Man Games, published in 2016. It is a cooperative 2 to 4 player. I can play it solo too, but it is a lot of fun solo. With cooperative and playing with friends. It plays in about 60 minutes. Pretty much you'll go insane or die horribly like most pandemic games. Again, it's a heavier filler, lighter, medium weight. Not that heavy. It's a basic pandemic. You put your cultists out, your cultists spread. You try to close the portals. Your typical Cthulhu game, or as I've been learned just recently, it's Cthulhu. Apparently, this is how Lovecraft envisioned that. So it's really the reign of Cthulhu. Why, I don't know. However, this is, I think, an underrated game. It is an overshadow of Pandemic. Of course, Pandemic is kind of fun this kind of year because of COVID. You can see how things spread really quickly in real life. Talking about that, let's just move into the next game. And oh, there it is, Plague Inc. Super underrated. This is an area control game. You will be a plague. You are a plague upon the world. You will start your plague in a one of the predetermined countries, and then con- and then you will spread across the different continents, the different countries. The idea of the game, of course, is to spread your plague as much as you can, collect cards, kill countries. If you kill a country, it goes into your pile till the end of the game. Those who kill sort of the most country is going to win the game. You take your DNA, you can change your virus. Do you need it to go across water? Well, then you've got to change it to be able to handle water. You need to be airborne. Do you need it to have a faster spread rate? All of this is included in the Plague Inc. game. It is 1 to 4. It does have a nice little solo mode. It's a 45 to 60 minute. It's amazing how competitive it can be when they're trying to kill the world. It's a good game. I like it. And lastly, I think this is the most underrated game I have ever seen. This was a Kickstarter, I think, back in 2017, was published in 2018. Victory Point Games, one of my best favorite small publishers. Richard Wilkins actually designed the game. You may know him as Ricky Royal, and he has some fabulous videos out there on the and a playthrough of this out on the internet if you want to go look at it. The number of players, 1 to 5. I find it best solo. In fact, I will say that this is a go to solo to me when I travel. I bring this game with me because it is a small box. I can set it up in a fairly small spot on a little desk. It doesn't take a lot of room if you're going to play a two-character game. Again, complexity is medium weight. This is a deck builder, uh, kind of a unique way of playing. And the thing about I like about this specific deck building mechanic is that you buy your cards first and add them to your hand and discard the cards you just sold. So it's kind of a different take on a deck builder. It's a great game. Again, I think it's underrated. You should check this game out if you get a chance. Well, I don't want to keep this a big, huge video. I'd like to get it up on the internet today. If you enjoy it, post below. Maybe subscribe to my channel. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what your underrated games are. Maybe we can take a look at them. And that's all I'm going to talk about today. So, folks, enjoy your holidays and the Christmas season. It is minus 35 here in Yellowknife today. So, I'm going to be spending the day indoors. So, enjoy.